Everybody, it's Justice for Comics. It is Wednesday, January 30th, and it is New Comic Book Day. And I wanted to shoot this video to highlight some books that are coming out for next Wednesday, February 6th. So I'll be highlighting some of the books I'm looking to target, and also I'm going to highlight a book that I think is going to be really hot, Detective Comics number 1000, but it's a store exclusive variant. It came out over the weekend, so you kind of, there's a couple websites that had it for sale, and what they'll typically do is the day of or the day before, they'll send out an email promoting it, and it premieres for sale at 2 p.m. I think it was the 27th, so on Sunday the 27th, it went up for sale, and it sold out pretty quick. So, you know, unless you were kind of aware of it ahead of time, you probably wouldn't have had much of a chance to get one. So now obviously the prices have jumped up a lot on the book, so I'll go over that. I think it's the hottest cover so far, in my opinion, of 2019. So, or one of the hottest, I think. So, and so far the market agrees with me, so we'll see what happens here on that book. So let's jump into it. I'll flip the camera around and we'll look into the books that are coming out next Wednesday. All right, hold on a second, guys. All right. So this is for next Wednesday, February 6th. First off, Dark Horse. If you're a Hellboy fan, you may want to pick up BPRD, The Devil You Know. This is number 13. You got a classic Mike Mignola cover there. So that will be coming out. There's a new title, Girl in the Bay, number 1. I don't know much about it. Decent cover. But Dark Horse has definitely been producing a lot more books lately, so yeah, that may be worth checking out. Sometimes number 1s are worth buying, and you never know where they're going to go, so that might be worth picking up. Also, Dark Horse Sword Daughter number 6, pretty cool Ben Oliver cover. I like that. And I really like the B cover on this too. I don't think I'm familiar with this artist, but that's just kind of a really cool image, and the artist is Mac Chatter. So, don't know much about him, but that's a pretty cool cover. I like it. Moving on to DC, Batman number 64. There's your A cover. And what I'm picking up for sure is the B cover. That is a beautiful Sean Murphy cover. And obviously it's flipped there, but you can see he loves to draw cars. I think he's a big car aficionado, is what I've heard. And very good at design. Like, I could definitely see he's very good at architectural design. And I'm sure that could have been another career for him if he'd wanted to. But yeah, I like his artwork. I think it's really good. So anything Sean Murphy typically does, I'll be picking up. So that is one that I'll be grabbing for sure. Moving on, there's some signature items from Midtown. Batman Who Laughs. You've got the Sinkovich cover. These are all signed by Scott Snyder. The Jock cover and the Capullo cover. So if you collect signatures, that might be worth grabbing. I'm not really into that, but to each his own. Deathstroke number 40. Kind of like that Kirkham cover. That's pretty cool. I like it a little bit better than the Johnson. The Johnson cover is okay. I mean, it's kind of a psychedelic coloring feel to it. It's pretty neat, but I think I like the A cover a little bit better. Female Furies number 1. This is a new title. You have Mitch Gerards as the artist on the A cover. And Christopher Priest, by the way, is doing the writing on that. And then you've got a really nice Matina cover for the B cover. So I had pre-ordered this one, the Matina cover. Not my favorite cover by him, but it's definitely nice. I mean, nice coloring. It's pretty cool. So I'll try that out, see if it's any good. I was wrong about the writer on that. Christopher Priest is the writer on Deathstroke. Female Furies, the writer is Castellucci. Man, that's a tough name. Castellucci? I don't know. I just murdered that name. I'm not too familiar. Cecil. We'll just call him Cecil. I have no idea how to pronounce that. It's obviously Italian, but yeah, sorry. Everybody that's Italian, I apologize. I just destroyed that name. Moving on here, you've got a Harley Quinn B cover. It looks really nice. That is a Derek Chu cover. Midtown is limiting it to 1 per customer, so they're probably anticipating that it will sell out. We'll see. Maybe by the end of the day it will be. Don't know much about Me and Superman 100. Yeah, Man and Superman, 100-page spectacular. Don't know much about that. Interesting cover. But it's a $10 book. Unless I hear something great about it, I'll probably not pick that up. Don't see anything there with Dynamic Entertainment. That looks good. This Matina Virgin cover sells out just about every time, so I'm not surprised it's sold out again. It's pretty cool, but I've not been collecting that series, so not something I'm looking at, but it is a nice cover. So for those Matina fans out there, I'm sure they might be grabbing that. IDW, I didn't really see anything there that I was interested in. Image, not much on Image. I mean, I collected the first 2 issues of Die. I haven't read them yet, so if it's pretty good, I might pick up the 3rd issue. I do like this Jen Bartel cover. That's pretty neat. Hans has been doing all the A covers. Obviously, she's good too. So I might be picking that up depending on how I like the first 2 issues. I've heard some people say it's really good though, so we'll find out. There's a new #1 with Image, Vindication #1. What's the premise of this is, in turbulent times, cops are often portrayed as the enemy of the police. Detective Chip Christopher maneuvers the blurred blue line between racism and due diligence in order to do his job. All right. Yeah, so playing on some racial themes there. I don't know. Probably not my cup of tea. I probably won't pick that up. Moving on to Marvel. Boy, I'm just not... There's not a lot of Marvel stuff that I'm getting these days. Avengers 14, I do like that Scalera. That's a wraparound cover. I think that is a really cool cover. It's a 1 in 25, so it's a $21 book. I've not really been collecting Avengers, so I'll probably pass on it. I do have Conan A cover on my pull list, so that one I'll be getting automatically. Pretty nice Pepe Larrazo cover, Skrull cover. Larraz cover, Pepe Larraz, excuse me. And then there's also a 1 in 10 incentive cover, Portasio cover. Not too bad. And you got a Greg Land 1 in 25 cover. It's okay. I'm just going to stick with the A cover on Conan, I think. Daredevil, the relaunch, Volume 6, #1. I can't remember. I may have pre-ordered the first issue, the A cover with Tedesco, so I probably have that pre-ordered. I am going to also pick up the Gabriel Delato cover. I like that, black. I'm a sucker for a black cover, and that's just a really nice, yeah, it's a nice image. I'm glad it's only $10. I don't really want to pay, don't really feel like paying 40 or 50 bucks. You know, the 1 in 50s, Jamal, I mean, that's pretty cool too, but yeah, I don't really, 42.50, yeah. Then you've got real expensive with Casada. You've got these hidden gem Casada variants, which, you know, $170. Whew, man, a lot of money. I'll pass on those, but I'll pick up the Delato for sure. Deadpool #9. I've been enjoying most of the Deadpool issues, so that might be a pickup for me. There's the A cover, and then there's a Skull B cover. Skull is the skulls are the theme, I guess, for a lot of the B covers lately. One I have on my pre-order list is Gunhawks #1. I don't know much about this title other than I know I wanted to buy it because Zaffino does the cover. I love Zaffino. Another excellent cover by him, so that is one that I have, that I pre-ordered and bought that in advance, so I'll be getting that. And I didn't really care for the other covers. There's the Young Guns cover. Adam Cooter's doing that one. And then you've got another Skulls-based cover by McLeod. Yeah, it's okay. Definitely on my pull list and pre-order is Immortal Hulk number 13. That's the Alex Ross cover. We'll learn more about the one below, right? So I think that's a continuation of that story. That'll definitely be worth picking up. That'll be this probably the second appearance of the one below. And then you've got a Skulls cover, which is pretty cool. That's Chris Stevens did that cover. I'll probably be picking up both those. Old Man Quill. I don't know much about this. I know Ethan Sachs did the Old Man Hawkeye series, which I definitely enjoyed. You've got the A cover by Christopher Tyler. Nice cover. You've got this Hidden Gem by Jim Starlin cover. And you've got a Katie Cook cover, which is kind of like a Scotty Young style there. And then you've got a Sorrentino cover. Very nice. And this is probably my favorite. I do like this cover. That's the 1 in 50 incentive cover. That is done by Iban Cielo. Don't know much about him, but that's a nice cover. That's probably my favorite of the bunch. Don't think I'll pick that series up unless I hear great things about it. I may wait on that. Sometimes you wait, the prices will come down a little bit, especially on those incentive covers. Tony Stark Iron Man number 8. That is a really cool cover. I really been enjoying the covers by Alexander Lozano. I think that is an awesome image. I got a lot of these on my pull list lately, so I think I'll go with that. Uncanny X-Men. I'm just not interested in Uncanny X-Men. It's an $8 comic book. I just don't see the value in buying that. I bought the last couple X-23 books. I do like that A cover, but I may, that's probably the ending storyline of the X-Assassin, so that might be worth picking up if you've been reading that storyline. So I may be picking up that A cover, but I may stop. I don't know. We'll see. I may continue it. Who knows? Now we're into Independence. Aftershock has a new one called Oberon number 1. Looks like a fantasy-based title. Former king of the fairies seeks out an innocent prophesied child in order to manipulate her into becoming his ultimate weapon so he can reclaim his rightful throne. Yeah, so if you're into that that genre, that might be worth picking up for you. Moving down the list here, a lot of Archie titles this month. I had a feeling I looked at this earlier, and I had a feeling that would sell out, and it did. Man, I'm pretty good. I usually can tell you which covers are going to sell out just based on the artwork. And that one is sold out, as I knew it would. Moving down the list here. Yeah, a lot of these WWE, limited Virgin variant covers have been selling out. I bought that WWE Forever Raza cover because I thought it was pretty cool, but normally I don't collect that title, but I just love that cover, so it was a cover buy for me, and it was a normal cover price, so definitely an easy decision for me on that. You got a new number 1 with a publisher called Silver Sprocket. Not familiar with them at all. Magical Beatdown number 1. So the premise on this book is a hyper-violent street harassment revenge fantasy and the style of Sailor Moon. They obviously no one's editing this. They just repeated the word about twice. An average schoolgirl who transforms into a foul-mouthed, rage-fueled magical girl. Watch in awe as she swiftly disposes of street harassers and uses her array of magical weapons printed in fluorescent pink and blue. Oh boy. That seems like a hard pass for me. I don't know. Ogre number 1, second printing is out. I wish Midtown had the image there. So I did enjoy that Ogre series. It was only a 3-issue series. I picked up every issue. I thought it was very good. Good writing. Artwork was decent. Source Point Press has been pretty good. A lot of their titles have been selling out. They're very low print runs, so that might be worth picking up if you're a fan of Ogre. That might be it. I think the only other buy I had was These Savage Shores #3. I bought the first issue. That was kind of an old homage to the horror type comic book. This has that same kind of feel to it. I just like this cover a lot. I think it's really good. So I'll be picking that up. You know, the story was okay on the first issue, so I missed #2, so I may have to go back and find that. But #3 looks nice. I like that cover. So that was it for this week's books that are coming out next week. So I wanted to also show you that book that I think is going to be really hot. Detective Comics 1000. And this is the Ji Hung Lee variant. I think I'm getting this right. Let me pull that up here. Yeah, here we go. So this is the variant that I think is going to be worth getting. Now, you can buy the trade dress on this right now for about $16. I think on eBay, probably sells around $25 to $30. But if you go to a couple websites, I think they still have them for sale. Frankie's Comics, I think, has it, and also Golden Apple Comics if you're in the U.S. I think if you're in Canada, I think Mutant Beaver might have it. So, you know, it just depends on whether you're in the U.S. or Canada. But this book, so what they did is they had a Virgin set for sale for $55 on a lot of these websites, and you know, with shipping, it's going to end up being around $60 to $65 depending on where you are for the set. But that is sold out. So the set has a Virgin, so it's got a trade dress and a Virgin. The trade dress is limited to 3,000. The Virgin is limited to 1,000. That's kind of standard these days. Yeah, so the CGC, so even the graded ones have all sold out. So they had a CGC graded, this company here had one for $135. So if you go on eBay now, I think they're selling pretty consistently for, that set is selling for like $180 or higher, I believe. So not a bad little return if you picked one up over the weekend. Let me just type this in here real quick. I just want to check the prices. I'm pretty sure they've been pretty high lately. Oops. If I could only type. Yeah, okay, I've looked it up before. Yeah, so as I said, the trade dress is selling, just under $30, $25 to $30 range, and then the set is going. So this is an auction, 23 hours left, and it's up to $137. There's another one, auction up to $161. And it's all over the place. So yeah, it looks like if you look at sales, previous sales, they're definitely close to $200 on this title. Yeah, let me just pull it up here. Yeah, so there's a set that was a buy it now for $200. Looks like it sold for a little less than that. That just happened recently. Yeah, $170. I'd say $170 to $200 for the set. There's one that sold for $149 plus shipping. Yeah, so that was a good deal. So on the 27th, you could have bought them for about $59, $60. You know, that's including shipping. That's about what I paid. I think I paid around $60, $62. And it's now selling for considerably more than that. So in my opinion, that is a really good cover. You know, I'm not a huge Harley Quinn fan, but I just knew when I looked at this cover, it has a very similar feel to that Spider-Gwen cover. Let me pull that up too. Yeah, if I just type in Jinhung Lee, it's probably going to pull up. Yeah, so there's that Spider-Gwen cover. Of course, that blew up. That was a $90 book. It was a 1 in 50 ratio variant. So you could argue there's probably a low amount of these for sale. But that was at one point an $800 book. I think it's come back down to that $500-600 range. So I'm not saying that this Harley Quinn book is going to do the same. I don't think it's going to be that hot. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if that Virgin cover, ends up being $150-200 book. Yeah, definitely. So for $55-60, I thought it was a good investment. It's a marquee issue. It's a first appearance of Arkham Knight in the DC continuity, and you've got a kind of unique cover as well. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think this book could be hot for a little while. Obviously, if you weren't on these email lists from these online websites, you probably didn't know about it. So I wouldn't go chasing it right now, but we'll see what happens. I mean, this book, I'm not telling you to spec on it and buy it right now, but if you look at new listed ones, if you find one for under $100 for the Virgin, that might be worth getting, because you never know. This could blow up like that Spider-Gwen did. And just remember, the Spider-Gwen had no first appearance. There's nothing at all key about the book other than the cover. And, that's still a $500-600 book easily. So you never know. I don't know. Detective Comics, a week or two from now, that could be a $300-400 book. So, it might be a good speculation. I'm not telling people to speculate on that. I just think that there's potential that it could do that. So, all right, guys, that's all I had for the week. Let me know what you think. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for notifications, and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think of the books that are coming out, what you think about this Harley Quinn cover. It looks pretty interesting. Yeah, love to hear your comments, and I will have another video up on Friday highlighting the hot top 10 list for the week, and we'll see if that Harley Quinn is on the list. Maybe it'll show up. Who knows? All right, guys, have a great week. I'll talk to you on Friday.